Feeling overwhelmed by the weight of expectations? Ever been in a situation where it feels like the world is closing in, and you're not sure if you can handle it? We've all been there. But what if I told you that pressure doesn't have to break you? In fact, it can be the very thing that shapes you into a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. You see, the Stoics believed that adversity is inevitable, but suffering is optional. When you change your mindset, you change your response. Pressure isn't your enemy. It's a test. A test of your mindset, your willpower, and your ability to stay calm when things get tough. Imagine thriving in situations where most people crumble. Imagine standing strong when everything around you is chaotic. This isn't about becoming fearless. It's about learning to be courageous despite the fear. In this video, I'm going to share some practical, timeless Stoic strategies that will not only help you handle pressure but thrive under it. From mastering your mindset to using ancient techniques that have stood the test of time, you'll learn how to stay composed, turn obstacles into opportunities, and come out stronger on the other side. If you're ready to turn your toughest moments into your greatest achievements, then stick around. Let's dive into how to handle pressure and thrive in difficult situations. Number 1. Understanding the nature of pressure. Pressure is something we all experience, whether it's deadlines at work, conflicts in relationships, or pursuing ambitious goals. It often feels like a heavy weight on our shoulders, threatening to overwhelm us. But here's the thing, pressure itself isn't the enemy. It's simply our mind's response to high-stakes situations. The Stoics believed that understanding the true nature of pressure is the first step toward overcoming it. When we face intense situations, it's not the events themselves that create pressure, but our perception of them. We get caught up in the gap between what we expect and what's happening. That's why it's important to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing pressure as a force that crushes you, view it as a catalyst for growth and transformation. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, put it perfectly when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that what feels like an obstacle is actually an opportunity, a chance to build resilience, learn, and improve. The next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that pressure is a sign that you're pushing your limits, stepping out of your comfort zone, and aiming higher. It's not something to be feared, but embraced as part of your path to becoming stronger and wiser. Number 2. Control what you can. Accept what you can't. The Stoics taught that our peace of mind comes from understanding what's within our control and what's not. When pressure hits, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all the things that could go wrong. But the truth is, many of these things are beyond your influence. The key is to focus your energy on what you can control. This could be your effort, preparation, or attitude, while learning to let go of everything else. For instance, imagine you're about to deliver a major presentation at work. You can't control whether everyone in the room will like your ideas, or if the technology might suddenly fail. But you can control how well you prepare, the clarity of your message, and how you respond to setbacks. By narrowing your focus to these factors, you reduce stress and increase your chances of success. This approach isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about recognizing that some things simply aren't up to you. By accepting this, you shift your mental energy from worry to action. This gives you a sense of calm and control, even in chaotic situations. So, the next time you're under pressure, make a quick control list. Write down what you can change and what's out of your hands. Focus on what's in your power, and let everything else take its course. You'll find that this mindset not only reduces pressure, but also sharpens your decision-making in the moment. Number 3. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization might sound like a strange approach at first, but it's actually a powerful Stoic tool for building resilience. The idea is simple. Imagine the worst-case scenario before it happens. Why would you do that? It's not to make yourself feel anxious or worried, but rather to prepare your mind. When you picture potential setbacks in advance, you're not caught off guard if things don't go as planned. It's a way to mentally rehearse the challenges, making you more composed and ready to respond effectively. Think about it this way. Before going into a big presentation, visualize everything that could go wrong, technical issues, tough questions, or a distracted audience. When you do this, you aren't just dwelling on the negatives. you're taking away their power to surprise you. This practice allows you to confront your fears ahead of time, so when you step into that situation, you feel like you've already lived through it. The key is to not stop at imagining the problem, but to also picture how you'd respond. It's about shifting your mindset from panic to preparation. The more you anticipate and prepare for obstacles, the less they can throw you off balance. Negative visualization helps you see that most situations are not as catastrophic as your mind might initially make them seem. It gives you confidence to face whatever comes your way, knowing that you're ready for it. Number 4. Use breathing techniques to stay calm. In moments of intense pressure, our minds can race and our bodies can tense up. This is the fight or flight response, and while it's natural, it doesn't always serve us well. The Stoics recognized that by controlling our breathing, we could calm our minds and regain clarity. When pressure builds, practice the 4-4-4 breathing technique. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then exhale gently for 4 seconds. This simple practice helps slow down your heart rate and signals your body to relax. It shifts your focus from the chaos of the situation to the steady rhythm of your breath, allowing you to regain control. Think of it as hitting the reset button when things start to spiral. The beauty of this technique is that it's always available to you. No special equipment, no preparation, just your breath. Use it before a big meeting, when dealing with a heated argument, or even just to start your day with a calm mindset. Remember, pressure is as much about our perception as it is about the situation itself. By taking control of your breathing, you're taking control of your response. In the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let your breath be your anchor, keeping you steady no matter how stormy the seas may get. Number 5. Reframe the situation as a challenge, not a threat. One of the most powerful ways to handle pressure is to change your mindset. Instead of seeing a difficult situation as a threat, try reframing it as a challenge. When we perceive something as a threat, our body's natural response is to tense up, triggering a fight or flight reaction. This narrows our focus and limits our ability to think clearly. But when we view the same situation as a challenge, it activates a different mental state, one where we feel energized and ready to rise to the occasion. The Stoics knew that our perception shapes our reality. They believed that it's not the event itself that disturbs us, but how we interpret it. So, the next time you're facing pressure, remind yourself that it's an opportunity to grow stronger, to prove yourself, or to develop a new skill. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this situation to get better? Reframing pressure as a challenge doesn't make the situation any less difficult, but it changes how you respond. You shift from being passive to being proactive. This shift helps you focus on solutions rather than problems, on actions rather than fears. It's about harnessing the energy that pressure creates and using it as a driving force to push you forward. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, waiting for you to unlock its potential. Number 6. Embrace failure as part of the process. Pressure often intensifies because we fear failure. We dread the possibility of making mistakes or falling short. But what if we looked at failure through a different lens? The Stoics teach us that failure isn't something to fear. It's a natural and necessary part of the journey toward success. It's not a permanent setback, but rather feedback, a signal telling us what didn't work and where we can improve. Think about Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure brought him one step closer to the breakthrough. When you see setbacks as valuable lessons instead of personal defeats, you strip away the pressure. Each stumble becomes an opportunity to learn and grow. The truth is, the path to greatness is paved with missteps. It's not about avoiding mistakes, but embracing them as part of the process. Remember, every failure carries a hidden gift, insight that can refine your approach and make you stronger. The next time you feel the pressure of looming failure, remind yourself, it's okay to fall. What matters is that you get back up and continue moving forward. Each time you rise, you build resilience and gain wisdom. In the words of Seneca, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. So, Embrace failure, learn from it, and let it fuel your growth. That's how you turn pressure into progress. Number 7. Learn to detach emotionally. In moments of high pressure, our emotions can easily take over, clouding our judgment and making it harder to respond rationally. The Stoics believed in the power of emotional detachment, creating a mental space where you can observe your feelings without being consumed by them. Detaching emotionally doesn't mean becoming numb. It means recognizing that emotions are just temporary reactions, not truths. By stepping back and viewing your situation from a distance, you can make better decisions and keep a clear head. Imagine you're in a heated argument or faced with a sudden crisis. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a mental step back and ask yourself, what's really happening here? How would I advise a friend in this situation? This approach allows you to see the bigger picture and respond more effectively. It's about observing your emotions like a passing storm, acknowledging them but not letting them control your actions. Remember, the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." By detaching from the initial emotional surge, you can avoid making the situation worse and respond with calm, measured actions. This skill takes practice, but over time, it will help you remain composed in even the most challenging situations. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, try to pause, observe, and choose your response consciously. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but about not letting them rule you. As we wrap up today's exploration of how to handle pressure and thrive in difficult situations, remember that the tools of Stoicism are always at your disposal. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect on what you can control. Reframe your challenges as opportunities for growth and embrace the lessons that come with setbacks. If you found these strategies helpful, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What techniques do you plan to implement in your life? Have you experienced a moment where you turned pressure into a powerful catalyst for change? Your insights could inspire someone else who's struggling with their own pressures. And if you want to dive deeper into Stoicism and personal development, make sure to subscribe to Wisdom of Stoicism. We're here to provide you with weekly insights and practical advice to help you navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Lastly, if you know someone who could benefit from this message, share this video with them. Let's build a community of individuals who support each other in facing adversity with courage and strength. Together, we can transform pressure into progress and create a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay strong and keep thriving.